Hi guys, Miss Juarez here. So ready for our day one of reading strategies. Today I'm going to reinforce the strategy that when you're done reading, readers do something. And today we are going to practice readers talk about books. When we do this, we can use language like I think da 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 because, or I wonder, maybe, or where do you think that? So today I'm going to model the strategy with the book Frog and Toad Are Friends. I'm sure many of you have read this book, and if you haven't, you should. It's a great series, and it's pretty fun to see these two. So before we start, let's go ahead and take a look at the cover. Frog and Toad are friends, and I'm noticing Toad's reading a book, and Frog is actively listening, it looks like. On the back, the little blurb says, from writing letters to going swimming, telling stories to finding lost buttons, Frog and Toad are always there for each other, just as best friends should be. I'm thinking already, readers, that these two are more than friends. They're best friends. So let's open it up. There's a table of contents which gives us more clues to the story. So chapter 1 is spring, the story, a lost button, a swim, and the letter. I'm going to start by reading chapter 1, and then at the end of this, we're going to talk about it. So let's listen carefully. Spring. Frog ran up the path to Toad's house. He knocked on the front door. There was no answer. Toad, Toad, shouted Frog. Wake up, it's spring. Blah, said a voice from inside the house. Toad, Toad, cried Frog. The sun is shining. The snow is melting. Wake up. I'm not here, said the voice. Frog walked into the house. It was dark and all the shutters were closed. Toad, where are you? Called Frog. Go away, said the voice from a corner of the room. Toad was lying in bed. He pulled all the covers over his head. Frog pushed Toad out of his bed. He pushed him out of the house and onto the front porch. Toad blinked in the bright sun. Help, said Toad. I can't see anything. Don't be silly, said Frog. What you see is the clear, warm light of April, and it means that we can begin a whole new year together, Toad. Think of it, said Frog. We will skip through the meadows and run through the woods and swim in the river, and in the evening we'll sit right here on this porch and count the stars. You can count them, Frog, said Toad. I will be too tired. I'm going back to bed. Toad went back into the house. He got into bed and pulled the covers over his head. But, Toad, cried Frog, you will miss all the fun. Listen, Frog, said Toad. How long have I been asleep? You've been asleep since November, said Frog. Well, then, said Toad, a little more sleep will not hurt me. Come back again and wake me up at about 1/2 May. Good night, Frog. Oh my goodness, readers. Since November he's been asleep, so I'm thinking he must be hibernating. And since he's so cranky, I'm thinking his hibernation is not done yet. What are you thinking? Let's keep reading. But Toad, said Frog, I will be lonely until then. Toad did not answer. He had fallen asleep. Frog looked at Toad's calendar. The November page was still on top. Frog tore off the November page. He tore off the December page, and the January page, and the February page, and the March page. He came to the April page, and Frog tore off the April page too. Then Frog ran back to Toad's bed. Toad, Toad, wake up. It's May now. What? Said Toad. Can it be May so soon? Yes, said Frog. Look at your calendar. Toad looked at the calendar. The May page was on top. Why, "It is May," said Toad. He climbed out of his bed. Then he and Frog ran outside to see how the world was looking in the spring. Readers, that's the end of chapter 1. What are your thoughts? Do you think what Frog did to Toad was the right thing? Why or why not? Do you think Frog should have left Toad sleeping? Let me know your thinking. Record your response, share your video, and hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.